He took that photo and like the metal around my neck, he made it say throat goat, and the backdrop behind me say throat goat. Why would I take my kids to an event like that?
What?
Yeah. Like, he's super technologically savvy. I give it to him. He's super smart. Self-taught. Super smart. Super smart with the technology stuff. Super smart. But yeah, he done tried to open up credit in my name, my
No.
mama's name. He done sent DCFS to my house. He opened up a case with DHS with the girls on his case. So I had to prove to them that they lived with me to keep my benefits. Yeah. Yep.
And this is still going on to this day.
This is still going on to this day. A new website popped up today after I did, well, now that the article is out. Now that the article is out,
And that's in the Chicago Tribune, this article.
Yes, the article is in the Chicago Tribune. After the article came out, he posted, he created a new website, ChicagoTribuneLies.com.
No.
Because he's trying to call the Tribune, liars. When they had the call in, this is like literally out of his mouth. They interviewed him for this article, just like they interviewed me and been following me around for the past 5 months. Like, they interviewed him, and yeah.
And
he told them everything that's in the article. He admitted to it, but now he's trying to say that they lied on him. He didn't say any of that stuff.
And they got him on record.
Yeah. And he sent them a demand letter this morning.
Saying what?
I don't know what the demand letter says, but the reporter that reported the story, she had to go meet with their attorneys right after the press conference.
Wow.
She's like, well, at least I was expecting him to do something. Like, I thought it would be more extreme, honestly. I was like, dang, that's bad when somebody she don't even know would say that just because she know the story. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's still going on, which is why I'm out here in these streets trying to get some change going, because we have laws on the books, but I've made so many reports to Facebook. Like, I've reported posts that I've personally seen, and they're like, oh, this doesn't violate our guidelines. Like, how?
Right.
How
Because it's
does it?
cyber stalking. And you were saying, too, he puts your information out there.
Oh, yeah. He got a website right now. The domain is America's Worst Mom, or America's Worst Mother. And then the landing page has my personal cell phone number and my business email on it. And it's a picture of me in an orange jumpsuit.
So did you
Photoshopped, obviously.
So did you change your phone number, or you don't mind?
Nope, ain't nobody called me.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Ain't nobody called me. Like a month or so ago, he was calling me from spoof numbers. Like, he would call me from numbers to make it look like it was my family, so I would pick up the phone. I think he was trying to get my voice on like AI, so he could like tell the court that I said something or another or whatever. But I was like, when I figured out, I was like, hello, and then didn't nobody say nothing. I would hang up anyway, like whatever. And then like one time he's like, hey, like actually said, hey, how's it going? Long time no hear. I was like, boy, excuse my language, fuck you, okay, and leave me the fuck alone.
Wow.
Straight like that. And I hung up. Like, AI generate that.
Because that's a thing. That is a thing that they do now.
Oh, baby, that was one of the first things he did. The real big things he did. He made with AI. He made a special report about me, saying that I was the world's worst mom, but it was Lester Holtz's voice behind it. So it made it seem like the nightly news was reporting this story. It got snatched off the internet because NBC got wind of it.
And they're not going to let you use Lester Holt voice.
Exactly. So they was like, nope, snatched down. I actually had to get in touch with the governor's office to even like get his social media snatched down. Yeah.
Wow.
He has no access to Facebook and Instagram.
Wow. So I think that's amazing that you were even able to get that taken down, because people normally don't have that pull.
Exactly. What about all the other women that can't get to the governor's office, and the governor's office called Meta, like, do something?
And Meta ain't doing nothing.
And Meta ain't doing nothing until the governor got on their tails like, excuse me.
Because
Hello.
like you're saying, there are laws, but they're feeling like it doesn't rise to X level. So they're doing nothing. So it's leaving women, children, men vulnerable,
Yep.
and they have
Yep.
no recourse. So
Yep.
let's say another person is in your same position. What would be your advice to them? Well, how could they help themselves?
I would say the biggest thing for me has been actually speaking out. Um, I've been quiet for 3.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was the best thing I could have done to combat what he was doing in the moment,
Okay.
because I probably would have reacted in a different way,
Okay.
like super emotional, and not be able to have been seen as a resource or like somebody to come to for educational purposes, or somebody just in general. Like they even said it when they were writing these articles. They like, we don't know how you're so poised and like how you are so like put together, even though you're going through all these things, but you speak so well like about it. And I mean, that's just having an educational background. Like I'm not gonna get out here and make myself look like an idiot,
Right.
but getting through it for me has been speaking up, like speaking up, speaking out,
And telling your story.
getting and telling my story, and honestly realizing that it's not just me, it's so many other women that are going through this. Like the more I talk about it, the more I hear like, man, I was in an abusive relationship. Man, I thank you for speaking up. Like I've gotten so many inboxes from like the story going viral on Neighborhood Talk, and like seeing it in the Tribune, like whatever I can do to help, like you are a rock star, like keep going. We thank you for standing up. Like even in the press conference today, I almost cried because of the accolades that I was given. I'm such a humble person. Like I'm not out here trying to get recognition. I just want change to
You
happen.
want
That's
the
it.
cyber stalking, the cyber bullying to stop.
I want it to
That's
stop.
all you want, which
That's it.
makes sense. You don't want somebody hitting you over the head, hitting your kids over the head, trying to get pictures of them for money because they're a struggling dad,
Mm-hmm.
because they're a struggling
Yep.
mom, because they're a person who is homeless and need money.
Yep.
I mean, it only
Yep.
makes sense. Who
It's
wants
homeless
that?
people out here stabbing people because they won't give them $1.
Or
Like
guess
you
what?
think they won't harm me?
Or there's people out here getting killed because they gave the wrong chicken order.
That part. I saw that at Church Chicken. Like, what are you, girl? You finna go to under the jail for a piece of
A
chicken.
piece of greasy chicken.
You shouldn't have been eating it anyway.
But you are putting people's lives at stake for a picture.
For a picture.
A picture.
For a picture. And it's comical. They're very proud of it. Like extremely proud of it. And
So, I
again,
mean,
for me, it's the women. It's the women for me
mhm,
that are helping. It's so disgusting.
yeah.
Like it's so disgusting.
Yeah, I mean,
So disgusting.
it is truly commendable that you are speaking out and being the voice for the voiceless. Because if not you,
Yeah.
then who?
And I that's why I'm so blessed to have such a resilient spirit. And I just pray for protection every day. Every day. I pray for that hedge every
You
day
have
because
to.
I don't know what's waiting on me outside. Like he said in the article, I want her to be scared. Like, you don't think I look over my shoulder 3 or 4 times?
You have to, though. But not only that, we know he lives in Florida allegedly, okay? Because he can go anywhere and live. He like you said, he
Well,
left and moved to Florida. He could always come back.
he got warrants out that he can get picked up in other states. So unless he driving, he ain't going nowhere.
Okay. But he he can live wherever, but how how is that the mental state you want for the person, the adult caring for your children? How would you want that
Yep.
for their mental state? What do you
And
want?
a lot of people have asked that to him on social media. Like, how is this helping? Like, did you ever think about like the healthier the mom, the better it is for the kids? Like, you're a dummy.
Exactly. Not only that, if you want to fight for the rights to see your children, why not fight in the right way? The right way would
Hmm.
be to fight in court. Because guess what?
We're not going to do that.
If he's just relying on you, you could make up your mind today, Monday, I don't want you to see him. Tuesday, I want you to see him. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
If he fights the right way, the judge will have the say. No, you can see the kids Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And that's why we were in court, because I got tired of being like, hey, I have something to do this weekend. Can you watch the girls? Days in advance, mind you. Like, this would be like Wednesday. Like, all right, cool. I'm not doing anything Saturday morning, afternoon. Okay, cool. I should be done by 3. You can go do whatever. Saturday morning roll around. I'm at brunch. I have a job. Like, I'm an event planner. I have a job today. Like, this ain't nothing I can be like, oh, I can go next week.
Right.
I got a job. So that's why we ended up in court in the first place. It wasn't even about the parental allocation. It was about it was, but not like taking it away. It was about the child support and the stability.
Right.
Like, you have to continue to help me. Just because you mad at me don't mean that they don't exist. Like, you have to, like, so you forgot your obligations. You blocked me and then declined the Cash App request. Okay, let me get somebody to help you figure it out, because I'm not finna go back and forth with you about it.
And that's all I'm saying. If you want pictures of your kids, guess what? You can take them yourself for free if you go through the right channels.
Forgot this part. He was granted supervised visits.
And why is he not taking advantage
Moved to
of
Florida. Because he moved to Florida. He told them people, I ain't gonna sit there for no 45 minutes with my kids and have somebody watching us. No.
Okay, but wait a minute. So he doesn't want a supervisor to watch him with his kids, but he's okay with you filming the kids and putting that footage on Instagram and Facebook. Isn't that the same thing?
Right? For the whole world to see, right? What difference does it make?
Isn't that the same thing?
But that was just an ego play. Like, you ain't gonna watch me with my kids. Like, I'm not finna do that. That's what that was all about. Like, it was about him. I'm not doing that. How dare you tell me I got to do that? Because you mentally unstable. And if I let you keep these kids with your vendetta against me, you would totally run off and disappear. And I would never see them again. Because I swear I compare him to Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can. Like, in that movie.
That movie was amazing.
I swear.
He was a chameleon. He literally was a chameleon.
That is him. I promise you.
That movie was amazing. I love that movie. I know it backwards and forward. Leonardo DiCaprio's character was a chameleon. He blended so well. And guess what? He was a teenager. That whole time, he was a teenager. He
ended up working for the federal government. And I say it all the time. I said the feds need to go get him and have him work for them on like the tech cyber side, because he's a beast.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he was on the run for so many years. He got married. He integrated into so many.
He was a doctor, a pilot, a lawyer, like all type of stuff.
He was he worked at, wasn't he working at no, I think he dated a banker or something like that. He did so many things.
He was definitely writing his own checks though.
Yeah, he wrote them checks, honey. He made money.
Honey.
He made that money. I'm like, this man, he do whatever he want. Remember, he tested for the bar. That's what he did. He tested for the bar, and then he worked in that.
That's Micah. That's Micah all day long. Like, he's such a chameleon. I've watched him get a job and like stay up. He tell these people like, yeah, I can do these things. He'll stay up for days and learn that thing. So he has it mastered before he gets there. If he used that brain for good, oh
wow,
it'd be wonderful.
I believe you. I just wish that more people used their nefarious ways for good.
Absolutely.
That's it. Absolutely. That's it, because the world would be a better place if they did.
It would. But I'm just happy that the article and all of this publicity has exposed him for who he really is. And of course, you still have your naysayers and bandwagon riders, but I'm not worried about them. The outpour of support has been amazing. It just keeps fueling my fire to keep going with the whole advocacy thing. Like, I'm excited.
Because you don't do it for the naysayers. You do it for the people who needs the help. You do it for your girls, so the world will be a better place for them when they get older.
And so they could grow up and be like, dang, my mom was strong. Like, my mama did that.
She did.
Like, yes, I was fighting for y'all. Like, y'all were the strength that I needed to do that.
Exactly. And so whenever I have guests on the show, I always give them the opportunity to leave the listeners, the watchers, with some parting takeaways. What would be your final parting takeaways for the listeners today?
So my takeaway, I feel like, would be never let anybody take your voice away. And no matter what you're doing, always speak up for yourself in the right way. You always have to use tact and not respond from an emotional place. But always, always, always speak up for yourself and be resilient. And like my new tagline that I'm using now is like, I'm not going to die in this. I'm going to thrive in this.
Okay, I like that. I definitely like that. I'm going to have to put that in the description box. And it post you. Look, Dominique, I'm going to have to put that in the description box.
Okay.
My takeaway is going to be from all of this is to challenge people. It's not a takeaway today, it's a challenge. My challenge is to challenge people to use their nefarious ways and to challenge them to make them good. So whatever that bad is that you see others doing, or even in yourself, change it for the better. That's what it's going to be.
That.
So let's say, like how we were talking about the lady who got killed over the chicken. How can you take that situation and do something or find a good in that? Maybe you can advocate for, people, or teach people about not being angry, or, being slow to anger. You know what I mean? Teach.
I'm actually in a class about gender-based violence right now.
See?
So gender-based violence leadership cohort. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my thing today. It's not going to be a takeaway. It's going to be a challenge. I'm challenging people to take nefarious ways and make them better. Like, the world cannot continue to be bad. We cannot continue on this cycle, this vicious cycle of bad. The media is filled with terrible things, terrible ways.
Terrible things.
Yes.
Terrible.
Criminal Justice Corner is built off of there's a better way. That's how I built this podcast. There has to be a better way, and I wanted to illuminate that there's a better way to do things. And that's where this whole concept came from. So that's going to be my thing today. How can we change the narrative? How can we be better for tomorrow, for next week, for next month, for next year? That's going to be my thing today. Let's challenge ourselves, challenge each other to be better.
I love that so much.
Yeah, we got to.
I love that so much.
We have to.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break. Like, I'm sick of it. I really am.
Me too. But it's a personal choice. It's a personal choice to wake up and be positive, right?
100%.
There are going to be moments in your day where they're not going to be so great. It's your decision if you're going to let that ruin your whole day, or like you going to decide to respond negatively. Then it's just going to keep dragging you down.
Every time.
Find the silver lining.
Every time.
And you'll be all right.
Every time. And that's what, and I always like to use my platform for that. I'm like, come on Criminal Justice Corner so that you can get justice. Let your voice be heard. Just like you said, don't let anybody take your voice. And that's why I'm like, come on Criminal Justice Corner. I'm gonna let you can say what you got to say, whatever it is. Come on here and speak your mind. Your voice will not be muted or Criminal Justice Corner. And that's for everybody. You want a platform, you want to speak your piece, come on Criminal Justice Corner. I'm always looking for guests,
Right.
Because you just never know. People need to vent, and that could be the thing there too. Sometimes people just want to be heard. They just want somebody to listen. And I'm that person for a lot of my friends. Don't even get me started on that one. They always call me like, Jennifer. I'm like, what's going on now, girl? But
how can I help?
Exactly. Because sometimes people just want somebody to listen to them. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And guess what? They feel so much better. Exactly. And they feel so much better. They feel so much better. And all they want is somebody to listen to. And guess what? Sometimes it's all it takes.
That is all it takes sometimes. So, just a conversation.
That's it. You just never know. You done brighten somebody's day because you listen to them.
Exactly.
It could be that small. It could be that small. And I'm saying, think about that woman with the chicken. Maybe, I don't know. I was not there. I'm just giving a hypothetical. Maybe prior to going there, she was having a bad day. And what if somebody would have listened to her and talked her off the ledge before she got there?
Exactly.
I don't know.
It would have been a completely different
It could
outcome.
have
She
been.
wouldn't have got so mad about that chicken.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just saying it could have been the case.
Right. It could have been.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But it could have
It
been.
could have been. I mean, I'm always
Yeah.
about preserving life. So,
Absolutely.
so okay, we're gonna wrap this thing up because I can talk about that all day. When we get into the weeds about justice, honey, you got me started.
Right.
So, Dominique, I want to thank you so much for being my very special guest today. You are welcome back any old time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you.
Yes. And I want to thank all of you guys for listening and watching Criminal Justice Corner. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you are watching for our next episodes, and we will see you next time on Criminal Justice Corner.